Okay. So good evening everyone. Welcome to this DTRS session, class 110th. Okay. And as all of you know that in this session, we basically take 10 MCQs which are related to your current affairs preparation with respect to various examination, especially for your UPSC preparation. Okay. So today we have selected the lead topic as the Guindy National Park. We will study about this. Okay. Now first of all, as all of you know that we start with a quotation which is going to be helpful for your essay and for GS paper 4. Okay. Hardship often prepares an ordinary person for an extraordinary destiny. So something which you can relate to your today's life. For example, if you are in the journey or the preparation of the UPSC, you have shed or left whatever the facilities and the privileges which you are getting at the home, and you come here, you do the preparation, those who are away from the home. Similarly, generally what happens if we try to trace our development since from school and going up to the colleges, we try to limit ourselves in terms of our academic nature. पहले हम सारे सब्जेक्ट्स को पढ़ेंगे, फिर एक इंटरेस्ट आएगा तो चलो कोई साइंस में जाएगा, कोई सोशल साइंस में जाएगा, फिर उसमें भी हम लिमिट होते जाते हैं. एंड देन यू ड्रीम ऑफ यूपीएससी विच सेज दैट कि जितना आपको साइंस आना चाहिए उतना ही आपको हिस्ट्री भी आना चाहिए, जितना आपको हिस्ट्री आता है उतना आपको पॉलिटिकल साइंस आना चाहिए. सो इट टेस्ट, इट गिव्स यू एन इनॉर्मस अमाउंट ऑफ चैलेंज. So basically hardship often prepares an ordinary person for an extraordinary destiny. तो हर IAS ऑफिसर, हर जो फर्स्ट कैंडिडेट है वो भी एक ऑर्डिनरी स्टूडेंट ही रहा है, एक ऑर्डिनरी कैंडिडेट ही रहा है. The difference is how you tackle. So winners don't do different things, they do the things differently. When the going gets tough, the tougher gets going. Okay. So basically you can use this for your present day life, and you can write through example, through your, when you are writing, try to avoid your personal examples. Don't try to give your personal examples in that, but in a metaphorical sense you can give the examples. Okay. So remember this quote now. So these are the 10 topics which we are going to discuss today, starting with the Guindy National Park, new species in the news. Let us see one by one. Okay. So first is you have a paragraph based statement is there, and you have to identify the national park. Okay. So it is one of the last remaining tropical dry evergreen forest. Tropical dry evergreen forest in South India. Okay. And then certain kind of information has been given. It is a protected area of the black bucks, which are protected under Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act. Okay. And listed as threatened species by the IUCN. So you have to identify this, one of the thing. So if you see the options, all of them are, these parks are located in the South India. But you have to be clear about this national park. It was recently in news because of the black buck population. Recently the count was held there. Okay, that is one of the great area where basically this national park, it is located in Chennai, within the vicinity of the Raj Bhavan. That is one of the things, that within that so much populated area you are going to find one national park, that is the Guindy National Park. So that is also an important thing. Okay. So you need to remember all this information with respect to this. And similarly, if you see that how the UPSC has framed question with respect to this, in the same similar context, which one of the following national park is completely lies in a temperate alpine zone? So when you are studying the wildlife park, the national parks, sanctuaries, you need not only remember that in which state they are related to, which important species that is related, but also the geographic distribution. that whether they are falling in the temperate region, whether they are falling in the tropical region, that you have to, at least for your India, you have to do this. The major demarcation. At least, and now how it can be done, there is a list of parks and list of sanctuaries are there. At least the past 1 year, whatever the national park which has been in news, whatever the wildlife sanctuaries which are there in the news, you try to study that park within this framework. Which state it is located, which is the most prominent species, and in which geographical region it is situated. That is why we always say that whenever you are attempting or whenever you are studying any topic, after completing that topic, try to go through the previous year question paper, because that will only give you the idea and the substance that how you should prepare that particular topic. That is why solving PYQ is very much important. Okay. Now, black buck and the bird, that is the context in which it has been taken. Okay. Now, consider the following species: Wolbachia, Helicobacter pylori, and the Zika. So we have to identify how many of them are bacteria. So if you had followed the yesterday's session, it is very easy question. What can be the answer for this? One only. So which is not there? Zika is a virus. Okay, it is a virus. Yes, mosquito. So again, it is introduced in the male mosquito to control the prevention of the dengue. Okay, so it is a bacteria. Helicobacter, from here itself you can identify. Okay, so here 2 species are the bacteria. Okay, now you see this question: which one of the following statement a virus can infect bacteria, fungi, plants? All of them. It can infect all of them. Okay, there is no limitation to it. An unlikely hero. Basically, why it has been in news? As the WHO has initiated a strategy or a program in order to control the dengue. The use of this Wolbachia bacteria is there, and its use is very much helpful in controlling or limiting this spread of the dengue. Okay. Now consider the following statement about giraffe. It is the world's tallest mammal that inhabits the grassland of Africa and Central Asia. Lions, hyena, and crocodile are the predators of giraffe. It is poached for their skin and meat. It is classified as least concern. Now basically, why do some species, see here, even if you don't know, you can attempt this question with some kind of common sense. Giraffe, it is not a newly discovered species. So it is why it is going to be in news. Some kind of problem would have occurred. Now, what are the problems which are related to, especially related to wildlife? Poaching. One of the things, their skin, their meats are used. So it is poached for their skin and meat. Lions, hyenas, and crocodile are the predators. Yes, we see, very common sense. Now, if any animal is poached for their skin and meat, can it be least concern? You eliminate this. So that is one of the way to solve this question. Now here you need to remember one of the correct fact. So for example, how do you can solve this? 2 statements are correct. Now all 4 cannot be correct. This statement is eliminated. Now what you will go? Yes, first one, they are basically, here you need to remember either what you will do. Either this statement you have to remember. So either it will be 3. Now between the choice is there. Earlier, why this framing, this type of new framing which has been introduced, it creates a problem because you don't have very limited chance of elimination. That is why it is said that it is a very tough kind of thing. But nonetheless, if you study about the species, you will find that basically the giraffes are found only in the grasslands of Africa. Basically the savanna, okay. They are not found in the Central Asia. This statement is, this part is incorrect. So what we find that only option 2 is the correct answer. What are the statement? This is statement and this is statement. These two are correct and these two are incorrect. Answer is option B. Okay, giraffe. Now, could go extinct the 5 biggest threat they face. This is the context why they are in news. Now, with reference to starfish, consider the following statement. They are invertebrate marine animals. They are radially symmetrical. They have a head at the center of the body. So you have to identify the correct statement. Any idea about this species? No. So basically invertebrate means what? They are invertebrate animals. Invertebrate means that one who is having backbone. And the statement is saying that they are having backbone. No, the starfish basically doesn't have a backbone. So if you look this is the figure. No vertebrate, so they are not an vertebrate. So what will be the first statement? First statement will be what? Correct or incorrect?
Invertebrate being the one who does have backbone.
Does not have. Vertebrate means yes. Vertebrates I was talking about. Vertebrates, they have backbone like we have. Invertebrate, in means you don't have. Okay. So invertebrate, they are not that animals. They are radially symmetrical. So by diagram you can see that they are not having. They are invertebrate basically. Yes. So that first they are invertebrate marine animals. So yes. This statement should be right or wrong, because someone who has said that statement 1 is correct, sir. Yes. Vijay Lal has said yes, statement 1 is correct. Now they are radially symmetrical. What does this mean? Radially symmetrical. Yes. So what does basically here it would suggest? Why? So let us first of all see the diagram. Okay.
From center we go toward the north.
Hmm.
In the upper direction there is the extension, but in south direction there is not the extension.
Yes. So what will be the correct answer?
Radially symmetrical.
Yes. So they are not radially symmetrical. So basically in normal sense how we can understand that if a body is radially symmetrical, so can we divide it into 2 equal half? Can we divide it into 2 equal half? So you are saying now can you divide it into 2 equal half? Is it possible?
Cut it along 0-degree axis, not if we cut it like on x-axis.
So you are saying that it should be cut like this.
If we cut it like this, then it can be divided into half. But yes, but if
That
we
way.
cut across the x line, then it can't be divided.
Yes. So that we have to. So what is the final answer for this? What should we consider? Whether this statement is correct or whether this statement is incorrect. They are radially symmetrical. Invertebrate marine animals, this is right. They are radially symmetrical. They have a head at the center of the body. Any idea? No. Earlier it was assumed that they had a head at the center of the body. But the recent findings have said that they have multiple heads. They don't have only one head. They have multiple heads they have. Okay? Remember this. So earlier it was assumed that this part, it was their head. But now it is, recent findings have shown that they have multiple heads along these flaps also. Remember this. Okay? So what will be the correct answer?
One only.
One only or two only?
It is not, they are
2 only it will be. Okay, so only 2 is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Yes. Is it clear? Now, scientists finally solved the centuries-long mystery of the where a starfish head is. That is why it was in news. So not one head, but multiple heads. Remember that. Okay. Now, consider the following: mining, afforestation, monoculture farming, zero tillage, use of pesticide. How many of the above factors are responsible for the degradation of soil in India? बताओ, ये तो easy question होना चाहिए. So, yes. So, mining, monoculture farming and the use of pesticide. Afforestation, जब पेड़ लगाएगा तो कैसे होगा? And zero tillage, जब grassland रहेंगे तो फिर कैसे होगा? So, this two we have to eliminate. So, what will be the correct answer? Option B. Okay. Easy question it was. Now, soil degradation in India could spell disaster for the food security and livelihood. Again, it is related to your GS paper 3 also. For your GS paper 1 also it can be associated. Okay. Recently seen in the news, the term Alcius Himalaya refers to species of marine fish, species of monkey, species of sunbird and species of snail. Direct question hai, you have to remember this. Okay. So basically it is a species of snail which has been recently discovered or found in the Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. Remember this. Species of snail which has recently been discovered in the Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. So option D is the correct answer. Now, discovered in the Arunachal case. This is the context from where it has been done. Okay. Now, so you have following species: Rhizobium, Azotobacter, brown algae, Azospirium, blue-green alga and red-green alga. How many of the above are used as biofertilizers? कोई idea? No, but here is a catch. Biofertilizer, generally many times you would have seen in the news that water or the ponds are becoming red. They are becoming reddish in nature. Why does it happens? Excessive nutrient, biomagnification. Yes. So that leads to this red algae. So it cannot be used as a biofertilizer. And the similar to this is the color based on the brown algae. So these two color based algae, they cannot be used. But here you have a catch that you need to remember that blue-green algae can be used as a biofertilizer. Okay. So these two you have to eliminate, red algae and the brown algae. So rest 1, 2, 3, 4. So option B is the correct answer. Okay. Vijay, try to check your answers, that whether whatever you are giving, whether it is right or wrong. But yes, your effort is good, that at least you are trying. Okay. Now, biofertilizers and climate change mitigation, a green solution for agriculture. Okay, this is the context. Now, leap ahead initiative. Leap ahead initiative. So we have to, this initiative is aimed at lowering down the overall logistical cost in India. The Ministry of Electronics Information Technology is the nodal ministry for the initiative. So we have to identify the correct statement. What is the correct answer for this? हाँ, तो फिर कैसे क्या करोगे? नहीं तो ऐसे तो दो ऑप्शन तो दे नहीं सकते ना. लीप अहेड. So basically, if you study leap ahead, मतलब आगे बढ़ना. So do you think that it can be associated with logistical cost in India? इसमें क्या आप लीप अहेड कहेंगे? रादर कोई इनिशिएटिव आप लेना चाहते हैं, एंड बेसिकली राइट नाउ इन द प्रेजेंट टाइम यू विल फाइंड दैट द गवर्नमेंट हैज अ लॉट ऑफ चैलेंज टुवर्ड्स द रोजगार, and in order to overcome that question of rozgar, startups and entrepreneurship, these are the two things which is being focused upon. क्योंकि सबको तो सरकारी नौकरी मिलेगा नहीं और दे भी नहीं सकते हैं, लेकिन skill development and entrepreneurship is the thing what everyone can do. So the government, so this leap ahead initiative is basically in this context, and in which context? Basically tech entrepreneurship. So that is why it is, so the second statement is correct and the first statement is incorrect. So here the correct answer is option 2. And whenever you study any scheme, any government initiative, any international body, I have always told that don't just restrict yourself to what the information has been given in the newspaper. At least once you should go to the website of that particular, whatever the scheme is there, whatever that agenda is there, any international body is there, and try to study about it. उसमें होता है ना एक ऐसा about us के बारे में, तो वहां पे उसके बारे में मिशन, विजन, पूरे पॉलिसी एक बार एटलीस्ट उसको जरूर पढ़ लेना, because many time the UPSC has asked the question directly from that information which is available in the web page or on the website. So try to study and go through it. तो leap ahead के बारे में पढ़ो, ठीक है, just don't restrict कि हाँ जितना न्यूज़पेपर में आया था बस उतना पढ़ लिया, उससे थोड़ा और भी बियॉन्ड जाना पड़ेगा, ठीक है. So here only statement 2 is the correct answer. ठीक है, PIB से लिया हुआ न्यूज है ये. So you need to study about it. Now, which one of the following best describes the concept of net neutrality? Best describes, not only describes. जितने भी डेफिनेशन दिए हुए हैं उसमें से आपको सबसे बेस्ट को चुनना है. Yes, definitely you can go through the PIB. There is no issue in that. वो तो गवर्नमेंट का न्यूज है तो आपको डेफिनेटली उस पर फॉलो करना है, ठीक है. नेट न्यूट्रलिटी. All the data on the internet is treated equally by internet service providers, government, regardless of content, user, platform, application or device. The price of internet service remains the same for all the operators, irrespective of the type of content, platform or application. The price of internet service differs among the operators, irrespective of the type of content, platform. All the data on the internet is treated equally by the internet service provider. क्या लगता है? Net neutrality. If you think about the second statement, अब मान लो कि आपके पास में you have a small, you are watching the video on a small resolution and you are watching that same video in a higher resolution. तो डेटा का जो कंजम्पशन जो होगा वो तो ज्यादा होगा, तो क्या है इसमें फिट करता है ये नेट न्यूट्रलिटी. द प्राइस ऑफ द इंटरनेट सर्विस रिमेन्स द सेम फॉर ऑल द ऑपरेटर्स. जब आप किसी बड़े स्क्रीन पे या किसी बड़े चीज पे दिखा रहे हैं, या कंटेंट भी अगर आपका डिफरेंट है, एक मिनट का वीडियो है और एक 30 मिनट का वीडियो है, यू नीड टू हैव, तो जब डेटा का जब ज्यादा इस्तेमाल होगा तो अदर एंड के ऊपर भी खर्चा पड़ेगा. तो अगर हम इसे अगर नेट न्यूट्रलिटी मानते हैं तो इससे तो जो इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट जो हैं उनको बहुत ही ज्यादा लॉस होगा. सो दैट वे यू हैव टू एलिमिनेट दिस. द प्राइस ऑफ इंटरनेट सर्विस डिफर्स अमंग द ऑपरेटर्स. अब डिफर करेगा तो फिर न्यूट्रलिटी कैसे होगा? ये तो एक झटके में गया. All data in the internet is treated equally by the internet service provider and internet service user, regardless of content, application or device, is treated equally by the internet service provider. अब आपने मैसेज भेजा और वीडियो भेजा, आपने व्हाट्सएप पे मैसेज भेजा थ्रू इंटरनेट और आपने थ्रू एक वीडियो भेजा, तो क्या ये दोनों इक्वल है? दोनों में जो नेट का जो कंजम्पशन होगा क्या वो इक्वल रहेगा? तो ये भी नहीं लगता है। सो बचता क्या है? ये all data on the internet is treated equally by the internet service providers and government regardless of the content user and the application of the device. कोई भी डेटा गया इंटरनेट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर को, उसको आपने इक्वल है। ऐसा नहीं है कि मान लीजिए कि आप एक नॉर्मल पर्सन है, आपका क्लासिफिकेशन ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। मान लीजिए एक ही मोमेंट पे आप एक नॉर्मल पर्सन है और एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट है, आपने अपना आधार कार्ड दिखा के सिम लिया है और एक इंसान ने अपना डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट का आईडी दिखा के लिया हुआ है। सो नाउ यू आर सेइंग दैट बेसिकली ही इज अ डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट, सो उसके मैसेजेस पहले जाएंगे। सो दैट वायलेट्स द कंसेप्ट ऑफ द न्यूट्रलिटी। तो आप उसमें कोई कंडीशन नहीं लगाएंगे और ऐसा भी नहीं होगा कि चलिए आप डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट है तो मैं आपको लोअर अमाउंट में दूंगा रिचार्ज करने का ऑप्शन, और एक और नॉर्मल इंसान है तो मैं उससे कहूंगा कि नहीं आप ज्यादा पैसा देंगे। सो ये बेस्ट सुटेबल लगता है। सो इसीलिए पूछा, ऐसे में क्या होता है, यू हैव टू बेस्ट फाइंड आउट। डिस्क्राइब तो कर देगा, यू विल फाइंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स एज रीजनेबल, बट यू हैव टू फाइंड द मोस्ट सुटेबल आंसर अमंग ऑल द गिवन। सो इस तरीके से आपको एलिमिनेशन करना पड़ेगा। ओके चले। Exactly, it is not about the price. I understand, Vijay. I am trying to give you through some examples. वो तो डेटा का कंसेप्ट है, वो एक अलग चीज है, मैं एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे समझा रहा हूं, ठीक है? नॉट एग्जैक्टली प्राइस के बेसिस पे ये होता है। देयर आर मेनी टेक्निकलिटीज आर देयर। अ टेलको डबल डिप अटेम्प्ट दैट द थ्रेटन्स नेट न्यूट्रलिटी। ओके, अगेन, to foster a conducive environment for innovation, competition and consumer welfare, especially in India. Okay. So, a new species of gecko. क्या होता है ये gecko? Any idea? हाँ, yes, lizard basically. Nemaspis rashidi, recently seen in the news, is related to which of the following region? वेस्टर्न घाट्स में। बेसिकली ये न्यू स्पीसीज है विच हैज रिसेंटली बीन डिस्कवर्ड, और उस रीजन में सबसे छोटी, द स्मॉलेस्ट गेको जिसे कहा जाता है, वो इसे ही अभी कहा गया है उस रीजन में, द स्मॉलेस्ट। ओके, रिमेंबर दिस। सो इट इज द वेस्टर्न घाट, अ न्यू स्पीसीज ऑफ गेको। सो बेसिकली यू हैव टू कवर ऑल दिस। और खास करके आपके जब आप when you are in the prelims examination, especially the your environment and ecology part, उसमें क्या होता है, आपके ज्यादातर स्पीसीज के बारे में पूछा जाता है कई बार क्वेश्चंस। सो जो पास्ट 1 ईयर में आप जिन स्पीसीज को पढ़ रहे हैं, एक तो वो पहला तो वो स्पीसीज, उसका जेनेटिक नेम, किस रीजन में फाउंड किया जाता है और उसकी क्या कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है, इन 3 चीजों में हमेशा स्पीसीज को पढ़ना चाहिए। किस जीनस से जाना जाता है उसे, किस रीजन में पाया जाता है, एंड व्हाट आर इट्स स्पेशल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर्स, क्यों वो न्यूज में था, क्या कारण था, और उसी के साथ में एक हो जाता है उसका स्टेटस, IUCN का स्टेटस, अगर उसमें आपको मिलता है तो। सो इन दैट वे यू शुड प्रिपेयर ऑल दीज थिंग्स। ओके, so this is for today's class. So anyone having any other question, any doubt, any query related to this? Okay, I think so there is no question. So let us end the session and we will again meet tomorrow for this session. Okay.